So we are doing this chapter of TYBCom. This would be the last chapter that we're doing. It's profits and gains of business and profession. I hope you're with me. After?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So when we're doing this profits and gains of business and profession, it is covered from section 28 to section 44DB. Section 28
Hmm.
to section 44DB. So section 28 basically is going to tell us our basis of charge. When I say section 28 is going to tell me my basis of charge, it means when is my income going to be charged to tax under the heads profits or gains of business or profession.
Okay.
Okay, so when is my income
Hmm.
going to be charged under the head profit or gain of business and profession? It's very easy. If you're getting any profits or if you're getting any gains from your normal business at any time during your previous year, then whatever gain you're getting or whatever profit you're getting from the business that you're carrying on, your normal business
Hmm.
income, that means your sales, your service fee, your discounts, your commission receives, your bad debts recovered, anything that you are getting, either it's profits or gains. Okay,
Okay.
any profit that you're getting from your normal business income, any commission, any bad debts recovered, everything that you're getting during the previous year will be treated as income from business or profession or
Business
profits and gains
profession.
from business and profession.
Hmm.
First thing. Second thing, if any client of yours is giving you any benefit or is giving you any perks, is he giving you
Hmm.
any gift? Your client is telling, oh, I have a hotel, you can use this voucher, I will give you this free. Or he brings you any gifts, he gives you some free buys, he gives you some perks, some benefits. So that client is not giving you these free buys, gifts, or perks because you're very beautiful. He's giving you this because you are doing business. Okay, so if you get any benefits out of your business in the form of free buys, gifts, and perks, then whatever is the market value of those free buys, perks, and gifts will be taxable. It will be treated as your income. I,
Okay.
this is all what is
Yeah.
Section 28 telling. Section 28 is telling your normal business income is charged to tax under profits and gains.
Okay.
Other than this, if you're getting any benefits, free buys, gifts, perk from your client or from your supplier, then the market value of it is taxable. It will be taxable
Hmm.
under the head profit gain business profession.
Okay.
Third thing, if you are a partner in a partnership firm, hello?
Okay.
If you're a partner in a partnership firm, okay, so
Hmm.
then whatever money you receive from the partnership firm, like salary, remuneration, interest, bonus, commission, that all will be
Hmm.
taxable under the head profits and gains of business and
Profit.
profession.
Business for profession. Hmm.
Please note, if you're getting salary, bonus, commission in a
Yes.
partnership firm where you are a partner, then it's
Hmm.
PGBP.
Okay.
Okay. And then whatever
Hmm.
share of profit you're getting in that firm, it is exempt for you.
Hmm.
You don't have to pay tax on the profits.
Okay.
Understood?
Hmm.
Okay. So, share of profit from the firm is exempt under section 10 2A. This I have not
Hmm.
written. So, I will write share of profits from firm. So, can you tell me up till now what all will be included under the head business profession?
Any profits or gains that you get under the business profession will be taxable.
Okay.
and as any like salary, if you're a partner, any salary, remuneration, interest, bonus, commission will be charged under will be charged to tax under profits and gains from business and professional, and the share of profits that you get will be exempted
Under section 10 to A.
under section 10 to A.
Then what else?
And any benefit or
Perks
what para perks,
or free buys
okay, that you're getting from the business, or you're getting a gift
from your
that will be
client or
taxable
supplier. Okay.
from your
What will be
client or
taxable? The market value of whatever those gifts you've received will be taxable.
okay,
Hope you're with me. Suppose
yeah.
you're converting inventory is converted into a capital asset. Suppose you're a dealer of TV or you're a dealer of
Hmm.
furniture. You buy and sell
Hmm.
TV. You buy and sell furniture.
Okay.
So that is your inventory, that is your goods.
Hmm.
Okay. If these goods you converted into a capital asset, that means you're converting your stock in trade into a capital asset.
Yeah.
Okay. So the day on which you start treating it as your asset, or the day in which you take that stock and start using it for your personal benefits, then on that day, that inventory's market value will become your profit and gain from business and profession. We assume that you have made profit and this profit you're using it.
Okay.
You understood? Say, for example, I am a fan dealer. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I am a fan dealer
Yeah.
and I take the fan to my home.
Hmm.
That means I converted my business inventory into a capital asset.
Capital asset. Yeah.
The Income Tax Act tells we assume that you have earned that, so the market value of it will be chargeable to tax.
Hmm.
So, four things: any normal business income, gifts from client suppliers,
Scan supply
inventory becoming capital assets, and
partner.
partner's salary, bonus, commission, interest, but not share of profit. So, all this will
Hmm.
be chargeable to tax under section 28.
8.
Okay. Now all this will be chargeable to tax, but when? When will you count it? When you receive it or when it is due? When will you count it? Okay. So when will you
Mm-hmm.
charge it to tax? Which section 145 is telling? Section 145 tells us that if you're maintaining your books of accounts on cash basis, that means
Hmm.
whenever money is coming in, you record it. Whenever money going out, you record it. Then your
Okay.
taxability will be on cash basis. Then your taxability
Okay.
will be on cash basis. That means whenever you receive, you treat it as income and pay tax.
Okay.
Okay. But if you are maintaining your books of account on accrual basis, that then your taxability will be on accrual basis. That means whenever it is due, you treat it as income and income will be charged to tax. So it is
Okay.
not due or received, whichever is earlier. It is if you are maintaining books of account on cash basis, then treat as
Hmm.
income when you receive or pay it. If
Yeah.
you maintain your books of account on accrual basis or mercantile basis, then you will treat it as income on the date on which it is due to be received.
Do. Hmm.
Otherwise, in salary and
Okay.
other things, we did due or received, whichever is earlier.
Hmm.
But here it is not like that. It all depends upon what books of accounts you're maintaining, and this section
Basis.
145 is telling us.
Okay.
Now, how do you compute your profit and loss from business and professions? So whatever you will be already given a net profit that is calculated for you, given to you directly, that this is your net profit as per the uh, financial accounting,
Profit and loss account.
as per the
Hmm.
profit and loss account. So you will start with this. Okay.
Hmm.
So our financial
Hmm.
accounting says gross profit add other income minus other expenses, and whatever expenses we do, we subtract.
Hmm.
As per our financial accounting, what do? We have gross profit, we have add other income
Hmm.
minus other expenses, and whatever expenses we do,
Yes.
we keep on subtracting and we get profit.
Yeah.
Yes, but the Income Tax Act
Hmm.
tells us that you are not allowed to subtract all the expenses.
Yes.
We will allow you to subtract only certain expenses which is related to business according to us. So
Okay.
anything extra that you have subtracted and you have reduced your profit, please add back.
Hmm.
We want to find the profit as per the Income Tax Act. So we are going
Hmm.
to add back all the expenses which is not allowed as per Income Tax Act.
Okay.
So all the expenses that is not allowed as per Income Tax Act will be added back to increase your profit.
Okay.
So what are the expenses that are not allowed as per the Income Tax Act? Income Tax Act says no. We do not allow you to reduce your profits because we disallow these expenses. So what are the expenses that the Income Tax Act disallows? Any donation that
Hmm.
you've given, not allowed to be deducted. Please add back to your profits, increase it. Any
Hmm.
fines, penalties, your
Hmm.
personal life insurance premium. This is your personal expense according to the Income Tax Act, not allowed. If you're giving
Hmm.
bribe to someone to get some of your work done, not allowed.
Okay.
Interest on capital, salary to the owner, reserve for bad and doubtful debts. Any cash
Hmm.
payment exceeding 10,000 in one single day to one single person, not allowed
Hmm.
to be deducted. This is in line with section 40A, subsection 3. Okay?
Hmm.
If you're paying more than enough to an employee who is your relative, so you've hired a person who is your relative and you're paying him more money as salary.
Hmm.
So excess salary not allowed. Section 40A, subsection 2. Okay. If you're
Okay.
doing advertisement in a political party, okay,
Hmm.
any political party is there and there you are doing your advertisement, so you're giving people souvenirs of your business
Hmm.
and you treat it as advertisement expenses. But income
Hmm.
tax act tells not allowed. Your own
Hmm.
income tax, your own wealth tax, not allowed. GST is
Hmm.
allowed, but Income Tax Act, wealth tax is not allowed. And
Hmm.
assets purchase, capital items not allowed. So Income
Hmm.
Tax Act does not allow you to treat all this as expense.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Okay.
So you add all this
Yes.
back. So you take the profit as per the profit and loss account. You will add all the disallowed expenses. This is the list of disallowed
Expense.
expenses that
Hmm.
you need to learn. Sometimes it also happens that you forget to record a missed sale, you miss a transaction.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
those are income, and the Income Tax Act tells that you should increase your income by your missed transactions. So even that
Hmm.
is added back. So what all is added back? Sometimes you forget to write your income, and income that is not credited to your PNL account. It is not recorded in your PNL account.
Hmm.
It is taxable. So that will also be added back. So two things are added back. Disallowed
Hmm.
expenses are added back to increase your profits, and
And
some extra
income,
income
not
is also
credit.
added back to increase your
Hmm.
profit. So there are certain incomes or benefits which we, the financial accounting, do not treat as business income. But Income Tax Act
Hmm.
tells that no, 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 this is your business income. Please increase your profit, add it back to your profits and gains from business and profession, and pay tax on it.
Hmm.
Okay? This is your missed
Yeah.
sales.
Hmm.
Your closing stock is also, stock unsold is also treated as income.
Okay.
Discount received, commission received, bad debts recovered, royalty received, and duty drawbacks. These are the things that you have to learn. Okay. The
Okay.
sales is the missed sales. So this all is
Okay.
added back. I'm giving you some time to read, digest, and then I'll go ahead. You start your net profit as per profit and loss account, and you're going to add two things. Certain expenses that is not allowed as per the Income Tax Act, you are going to add back and increase your profit. Okay.
Hmm.
The next thing is certain
Yeah.
incomes which you did not record it, but Income Tax Act tells you that it should be recorded. You are going to add that back. So expenses not
Hmm.
allowed will be added back, and income that I did
Hmm.
not show, but it has to be shown, has to be added back.
Okay.
Less. What you will less? Things that reduces your profit. Okay. So there are certain expenses which we don't think that it is business expenses, which we have not debited to PNL, or I could say which we do not treat as, which we do not treat as business expense. But the
Okay.
Income Tax Act tells you that no, 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 we are generous. We allow you to minus it.
Hmm.
Okay, so the Income Tax Act tells you that you can treat this as an expense, even though we were not treating it as an expense. So you are going to subtract those expenses that are allowed to be deducted. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Then, other than that, that is allowable expenses would include your repairs, insurance, and all those stuff. Okay,
Hmm.
what else would you deduct? Certain income which you treated as income of business profession, but Income Tax Act tells no, this should be treated as income from other heads. Like, for
Okay.
example, if you have bank FD interest, bank interest.
Okay.
Okay, the financial accounting tells that you have to record it as your incomes from business, okay, and you show it as other income. If you have any profit on sale of asset, profit on sale of asset, okay,
Hmm.
financial accounting tells it has to be shown as other income, but Income Tax Act tells no, profit on sale of asset will go where? It will go to capital gain. And if you're receiving any interest on FD, it will go to IFOS. So please don't treat it as income over here. You please remove it from.
Hmm.
Okay. So some
Hmm.
things income which we treat as income, but Income Tax wants us to treat as under other head.
Okay.
That you have to minus and reduce the profit. Some expenses we do not treat as business expense, but Income Tax Act is telling treat as business expenses. So that you will subtract and reduce the profits. And last is exempt income. Certain income is exempt from tax. Example of this is what? Share of profit for a partner.
Okay.
Partner share of profit is exempt under section 10 to A. Okay, so this also you have to subtract. So after adding and subtracting, whatever you get is considered as profit and gains of business and profession. So can you
Okay.
give me the computation of profit and gains of business and professions and write it two times? I will pause the video and I want you to write it two times because this is the only thing that will confuse you. Okay. Then I will take you to deductions, that is deductions that is allowed. So we start as per the profit as per financial accounting. Then we add back all the things that is going to increase our profits is bad for us. So we add all the disallowed expenses and the missed income. Okay. And we
Hmm.
subtract, that means we subtract the blessings that we get, which reduces our profit. So we are going to subtract exempt income, income that is treated under other heads, and certain expenses that is going to be allowed as per Income Tax Act. I
Hmm.
hope you're with me.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have certain deductions that after getting our profits and gains from business and professions, we are allowed to take these deductions. And these deductions are from section 30 to 36, which is specific deductions. Section
Hmm.
37, subsection 1, that is our general deductions. Then what else
Hmm.
deductions we have? Under section 40, 40A and 43B, we have certain disallowances. That means you're not going to get deductions for this. And section 41 gives us certain deemed income. Okay. And then we have different other sections. But our deductions would be from year to year. Are you with me?
Hmm.
Come on,
Yeah.
deductions. Section 30 deductions. You have to remember 3 RTI.
Hmm.
Okay. If you have any building
Hmm.
and that building you're using for business,
Hmm.
okay, so you can
Hmm.
claim deduction for rent, repairs, rates, taxes, insurance. Whatever amount is spent on the rent, rates, tax, insurance of this building that you're using for business and uh, for your business and profession, you can claim deduction for 3 RTI. But the condition is
Okay.
that the building should be used for the business and profession. 31 is for machinery, plant and furniture. If you have machinery,
Hmm.
plant and furniture, and you do repairs or insurance for these items used for business, you are allowed to take deduction on it under section 31. 30 is for building. 30 is for building. 31 is for 31 is for
Plant,
machinery,
machinery,
plant, furniture. For building,
furniture.
3 RTI. 3 RTI, that
Hmm.
means rent, rate, repairs, taxes.
Rent, rate, insurance,
Okay.
investment.
For machinery,
Hmm.
plant, and furniture, it's only going to be repairs and insurance.
Hmm.
Then section 32 is the most difficult one, that is for depreciation. Okay.
Hmm.
This is the most complicated and depreciation. The depreciation that we charge as per the books is always disallowed, so you're going to add it back.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will calculate the depreciation separately as per the Income Tax Act, and you're going to take deduction for depreciation as per section 32. So whatever depreciation is there in the books as per financial accounting, you're going to add it back. Then you will calculate depreciation separately as per the Income Tax Act and take deduction as per under section 32. Over here, you can claim the deduction for depreciation only if you are the owner of the asset and you have used it for business and profession. Now, there is a rule
Hmm.
over here, the 180-day rule.
Hmm.
If you have used it for less than 180 days, then you can get only half depreciation.
Okay.
If you have used it for more than 180 days, then you can claim for full depreciation. There is a date that you remember. If you used after
Hmm.
3rd of October, you will get half your depreciation.
Ah,
If
yes.
I'm using before
Hmm.
3rd of October, you're going to get full depreciation.
Ah,
Okay, with me? So that means you've
yes.
acquired the asset and you've put to use after 3rd of October. That means your asset is used for less than 180 days, half depreciation. Otherwise, you are going to get full depreciation.
Full depreciation deduction, no?
Yeah, before 3rd October, and depreciation deduction you will get only as per written down value method, provided you are the owner of the asset and you are using the asset in the
Business
business and
profession.
profession. Block of assets is not there for you. So 30 is for building, 3 RTI, 31 plant machinery, furniture, repairs and insurance, 32 depreciation. What is the date that you should remember? 3rd October.
October 2021.
Okay. Not 2021, 24 na for you.
Acha, 24, 24,
And
sorry.
section 35 is for scientific research. Okay. I'm giving you some time to read these and then I go to 35.
Hmm.
Then there are some specific research expenditure and specific research. Okay.
Hmm.
If you have your own business and for that you're doing a research and the research is approved by the government. Okay. Then the amount
Hmm.
is allowed to be deducted. Whatever expenditure you do, it is allowed to be deducted. Whether you do revenue or capital, 100% deduction allowed except for land.
Hmm.
But if you're giving your donation to an institute who is doing research, that institution is approved by the government, then
Hmm.
we will still give you deduction. Eligible amount is deducted as per the rules.
Hmm.
Section 37 gives you general deductions. That means any other business expenses which is not covered above. Okay, but it is done for business. It is not personal, not capital, not prohibited by law. We will allow you to deduct it. After this, there is examples and questions. You can try doing it.